Welcome back, Shalloners. Well, today we're kind of going to follow up on something we've been talking about, which is Selena Gomez and her messiness, and how not only it's affecting like her ex-boyfriend Justin Bieber, but how it's affecting Justin's relationship with Hailey Baldwin. Because a lot of you guys, the feedback I was getting when we did the last video about Selena, and she's now, posting these weird things about Bella Hadid and creating these conflicts over there, and they both dated The Weeknd, that she has done this like many times with Justin and Hailey. Like, Selena is a chronic interloper. This is how she gets personal power. This is how she fuels her victim narrative. This is how she feels relevant. Like, that's her source of power. She's this little puppet master trying to control her exes, or if she can't control an ex, she's going to go for their girlfriend. And you guys had a lot to say about this. You're like, I have a boyfriend who's got an ex like Selena. I heard this again and again and again. Or like, I dated some guy and she's now up in my business. And it's just like, we deal with people like this a lot. So today, I want to talk about what to do when you've got a boyfriend who's got a crazy ass ex. I'm going to tell you, 4 steps to solve the problem and get back to a good place with your man. But first, just want to remind you guys that if you want to talk to me one-on-one about anything that's going on in your life, find me on my website, shallonlester.com, where you can take some super fun quizzes about whether or not your social media is giving off the right vibe. I can help you with that too. Also, you can head over there to listen to my podcast, Girl on Top, and shop my new merch collection. And let's see, what else can you do in there? A whole bunch of stuff. Binge. Anyway, also follow me on my Instagram page, ShallonXO, where I let you guys vote on the next video topic and weigh in on some ideas. So let's jump right in. We have all dated someone like this. And if you haven't, ooh girl, you will. Because the older we get, the more history someone has, the more baggage, the more exes, right? So at some point, statistically, someone's gonna date someone kind of insane, kind of unhinged. Maybe it's you. I know it's been me. I'm sure I've been the crazy ex-girlfriend to like people before. Hopefully I never will again, and I will just be on the other side of this. But it's not even that much more fun when you're on the other side of it, because one thing that's so difficult in dealing with the crazy ex is like how unfair it is that they just get to like while out seemingly without any consequences. But we'll get to consequences in a minute. The first thing you got to do. Okay, wait. Let's back up. Let's talk a little bit more about Selena and her fuckery lately, right? Because didn't I call it? So here's what Selena's pathology has been, okay? She released that song, Lose You to Love Me, Whisper Goose, when Justin and Hailey, like very soon after their wedding, like a month ago, a month and a half, something like that. And then that started this online feud because Hailey posted a screenshot of a song she was listening to, I'll Kill You by Summer Walker, which is a very chill song actually, and Summer Walker's adorable, and Hailey's adorable. But that's all she did. And then the Selena fans got into it. It just became this thing. And Selena was sitting behind the scenes going, good, like rubbing her little paw hands together, being like, good, haha. And then Selena got to jump in and be like, you guys, don't be mean to Hailey. It's all good. Ooh, whispers. So Selena created a problem for the rush and the power of getting to try to solve it. Right? She got to swoop in like this hero, like the mature one, when actually she was the one who created it. There's a movie coming out about this pathology. It's like, I forget what it's called, but it's about the Atlanta Olympics bombings in 94, 96, something like that. Turns out the person who discovered the bomb and saved everyone was the dude who planted it, this chubby ass security guard, this happens. It happens on the micro and it happens on the macro in life. And we always have to be on the lookout because it's very easy to get bamboozled by people who position themselves as the mature one when in reality, they're the one stirring the pot chronically. So when Selena's latest scandal came up, she commented on Bella Hadid's photo, stunning, oh goose. And Bella deleted the photo. Selena again got to appear like the victim, like, oh, that sucks. Like, that's what she posted. Like, that sucks. And she got to appear like the victim, like big bad Bella Hadid. How dare she delete a picture on her own Instagram? How dare Bella say, I don't want anything to do with you, Selena. I don't want to be part of your circus. I don't want to be part of your dynamic with The Weeknd. Because Bella and The Weeknd broke up in August. I've heard they're going to get back together. But whether they will or whether they won't, like, you don't want to deal with some other chick he's dated. Even more so if you think you're going to get back together. Like, then it's not innocuous. It's like, no, you are actually an interloper on an ongoing situation in my life. And that's not acceptable. But of course, what did Selena stans do? The worst people in the world. Rushed into Bella's page. Fuck you, like all of their insane vitriol. And then, which Selena, of course, knew. Of course, she could predict that. And then what does Selena get to do? You guys, it's all love. I don't spread hate, spread happiness. Really? Like you do? You spread chaos. You spread chaos, okay? Also, the whole reason Selena's like, I want to do away with Instagram likes. I'm in favor of this. Oh, girl, is that because all your followers are purchased? Everyone knows that Selena buys her followers. She has a whole team of people that is their entire job, to purchase followers at like a rate that seems plausible. It's not. And when you take away likes, you lose that ratio. Like the average like to follower ratio is, I think, 5%. Is it 5%? Right. It's 5%. So you can tell when someone is buying their followers because you look at the likes and they don't match up. You have 60,000 followers, you have 110 likes. I don't think so, girl. I don't think so. And it fluctuates. Obviously, it fluctuates. Like, I'll get 700 likes on something, I'll 4,000 on another. There's a range, but like, you can also check someone's Social Blade profile. And I mean, if they have a bad grade, if they're like below a C, like, girl, you're buying your shit. But I digress. But my point is, what Selena says and what her motivations are not the same thing. She's not a transparent individual. So what can we learn about this, right? What can we do here to take something out of this and make our lives better? Because like I said, I know we've dealt with this, right? The first thing you got to do, girl, you got to get real, okay? One thing I tell you guys a lot when we private message is do not use the word can't when really the word should be won't. If a guy is telling you that he can't get rid of this ex, I can't stop her from reaching out. No, boy. What you mean is won't. Ladies, have you ever been ghosted? Have you ever had a guy block you on social media? I have, on both counts. It's embarrassing. It's awful. But it's possible, right? That's the point, is it's very possible, and normal, sane people like us get blocked and ghosted all the time. So don't let your man tell you that he somehow now doesn't know how. That's funny because guys block us, but when it's in the reverse, when we're on the other side, suddenly this is like a function that no longer exists on planet Earth. I don't think so. So you got to get really, really real, not only with him, but with yourself about what's actually going on here. And the reason Justin and Hailey have such a difficult time with this is because Justin won't block Selena. He feels, and I've done whole videos, I have a whole playlist on these two. He feels very guilty for getting her into drugs and down a bad path. And so he has this guilt connection with her because what do we always talk about? The opposite of love isn't hate, it's apathy, right? He's not apathetic towards a situation. And until he works through his own guilt, which hopefully he is, I feel some awakenings there, then she is always going to have that power over him in his relationship. And Hailey can only do so much to combat that. She can't ameliorate guilt in someone else. None of us can. Like, we actually can't save a hoe. There is no award for it. There is no rank in the army that is captain of the Save a Hoe division. Unfortunately, believe me, I looked. So he has to do that work himself. And maybe he has. And maybe that's why Selena's lashing out in this public way, because she can no longer manipulate him behind the scenes. Like, he might be like, look, I have a wife. Like, this is over. Take the L. It's over. Okay? So, in your life, get real about why your boyfriend is allowing this, because he is allowing it. In 2019, 2020, there are a myriad of ways to get someone out of your life. And I talk to you guys all goddamn day about this. I hear this constantly. My ex won't leave me alone. This fuckboy keeps coming back. You know why he keeps coming back? Because you keep letting him in. Why haven't you blocked his number? Why haven't you blocked him on Instagram? Why haven't you blocked him on Snap? Why does he know where you live now? Like, why? Why are you answering his calls? And you guys will lie and say like, well, I just don't want to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I care. Okay. You know what I'm dealing with right now? I'm dealing with someone who's stalking me. But like, for real, I'm dealing with someone who's stalking me. It's a very stressful situation. I wish this was like the Wild West. where I could be like, you know what, bitch, high noon, town square, draw first or die. I just wish we could settle this as men. Unfortunately, cowards are the people who are stalkers, and they don't respond. You can't do that, and you don't want to engage with these people. But I don't care if I look chill or not when there's someone threatening any aspect of my life. Whether it's I'm crossing a street to get away from a person on the sidewalk who might look a little sketchy. My intuition said, cross the street. Because I'm protecting my physical health. I'm protecting my financial health, right? Don't take my wallet. Same with this stalker. I'm not like, you know what? I'm not going to lock my doors. I want to look chill. The fuck I do. I want to look alive. I want to look safe. And I want to look aware. Okay? And emotionally, we have to do this too. I don't want to block him. He's going to know I care. You do care. It's okay to care. Don't not care to the detriment of your own safety, whether it is physical, financial, or emotional, whatever. But let's be honest, girls. That's not why you don't block the fuckboy. You don't block him because you like him. Love, hate, apathy. Where do you fall in this spectrum, right? You want to keep giving someone a chance to get in because you want it to work out. So you got to ask yourself, is that your boyfriend's point of view? What's under there? Is it guilt? If it's guilt, that can be addressed. Is it he needs attention? He just needs so much attention? That's a lot worse. Is it he enjoys this chaos because then he gets to see you like rear your head and defend him and be like hyper girlfriend. You know, it's like he belongs to me. He basically gets two bitches fighting over him. Oldest story in the book. It's literally in the Bible, like several times. Okay. So there's something beneath there and you got to get to what it is because he's doing this and he's staying engaged with this person, however tangentially, because he's getting a positive result from it, right? Humans don't do things that don't work for them. And work means different things to all of us. Ideally, work means I'm happier, I'm healthier, I'm more productive, I give back to the world, but not always. Because what do we say? We're not pulled towards things that make us happy. We're pulled towards things that feel familiar, that create a pattern that's reminiscent. Maybe it was what was modeled to us. Maybe it was the inverse of what was modeled to us. And we're trying so hard to not become the thing that was modeled, to not become our parents. We swing incredibly far to the opposite direction, right? But usually we're mirroring something that we've seen before. Either we've watched our parents do it, or this is how our mother behaved towards us. The chaos that we feel like it's familiar, or it taps into something that we need. It has a payout that we desperately want in our life. Like I go to therapy and I talk about anger. Like I have anger and I will lash out, not at people I love. It's more like road rage things, you know, but that's a significant data point. I don't do it to people in my life because I know there's too many consequences there and I don't want to do that. I lash out in a way, strangers, I'm like, don't be slow in front of a line of me. It's terrible, but I'm working on it. But I'm doing that because I get a payout from it. I get a release of energy in what I consider a safer space than like screaming at my mother. Nadine does not tolerate that shit. No. Or with my friends or who I'm dating or whatever. And I also get that benefit of keeping people away from me. I have a lot of like psychic energy that I deal with, talking to you guys all day, thinking about your problems. It's a lot. It weighs on my mind. So if I can like breathe some fire, I get a zone around me where I don't have to let anything else in. It's interesting, right? And so I'm trying to clip that and I'm trying to get those things, the zone of comfort around me, in a positive, healthy way through like yoga. Not like a meltdown at Rite Aid. Like, I don't want to be that person, so I'm changing it. And once you become aware of it, it actually is very easy to change. You tap into that like reptile brain, like the bad brain. And my therapist even says, like, give that brain, give that part of you a name. Give it a name. You're like, that's crazy Crystal acting out. That's like crazy lashing out Crystal. Like, that's not me. And you're like, okay, well, we're not going to listen to you now. We're going to listen to the Shallon brain. We've gone off on a tangent, but you know what? Sometimes learning needs to go where it goes, right, ladies? So you got to get clear about why he's allowing this. He, more importantly, needs to get clear. We're not playing fucking therapists for men who won't do it for themselves. We're not doing it. We're going to play therapists for ourselves. Because here's the next question. Why are you allowing this? Because you are. To a point, you are. The first few times something comes up, I know we think like, this is a one-time thing. I'm sure he's going to take care of it, blah, blah, blah. But this becomes a pattern that you are also feeding into. Maybe you're in her DMs. Fuck you, Crystal. Whatever it is. Like, you're engaging. And now this is a triad. This is truly a love triangle. And she is getting exactly what she wants. Selena is getting what she wants. She's getting attention. And toxic people do not know or care the difference between positive and negative attention. They don't give a fuck. They're like a baby having a tantrum. You know, they just need eyes on them. They need someone to come over and give them attention. If it's you screaming at her in the comment section, okay. That was a good day for her. That was a good day for her. And it was a bad day for you. Or was it? Was it scratching a psychological itch? Was that mirroring some? Did you watch your mom and dad scream over some mistress that he had, or like this coworker, Deb? She's always there. Why are you talking to Deb? There's something about this that's familiar. Or like I said, it's giving you this like itch that you're scratching that you're not getting in other places. Maybe it's stimulation, distraction, whatever. It's something you can get in a healthy way. But let's just say it ain't none of that. That she's just a goddamn mosquito. That she's a Selena and you're a Hailey and you're like, I just want to move on from this. I want to move on from this. I want to go back to my healthy relationship with my boyfriend. And let's say that he does too. Let's say he does. Like, maybe he has blocked her. Maybe he's done all the things he should. And she's like talking shit to all your friends and she's posting insane things on the internet. Like, that's real and that happens. That's something my stalker's doing. I'm parching out talking about crazy people. So, yeah, what do you do if like, no, we're not fueling this? Because, I get it. I get it. And it's hard not to orient yourself to the thing that's on fire. And it feels really, really unfair that you have to. So this is what you do. Once you've gone through the rest of these steps, let's be real honest about whether or not you have actually blocked her on all fronts. Have you gone around to your group of friends and been like, hey, Selena is wiling out. No one's going to listen to her. We all just need to kind of work together to shut her down, okay? Because this is taking a toll on my relationship, and I know you guys as my friends don't want to see that happen, so let's all collaborate. You've gone down the list. What is he getting out of this? Are you getting something out of this? Now, you set boundaries. And then, you deploy consequences. Right? Boundaries in real life are visual. I can see that door. I can see that fence. I can see that barbed wire. And you understand the consequences. If I run straight at that door, chances are it's not a gas, it's a solid, and I'm going to hit it. You know? And so you don't do that. Emotionally, boundaries are they're much more amorphous. And the patriarchy in society has told us, don't give him an ultimatum. I fucking hate the word ultimatum. Because yes, in certain instances, they're crazy. If you don't propose by August 3rd, we are done. That's not going to be helpful for your relationship, right? But in other instances, communicating your boundaries and your threshold should not be seen as crazy. If you can't effectively get this person out of our lives within the next 4 weeks, I have to take a step back and reevaluate, because this is taking its toll on me. It is destroying our relationship. And honestly, it's hurting my opinion of you as a man. An ability to protect me and the situation you're in now. What if we had a child? Forget a child. What if you had a dog? Forget a dog. Like, you need to honor your commitments to me, and that means not having someone else in the periphery. So I don't know if that means you talking to a lawyer. I don't know if that means you talking to their boss or their mama. I'm sure you can figure it out. And I'm sure if the shoe was on the other foot, which it might be someday, you would appreciate it if I would take that initiative and be proactive instead of reactive. That's not an ultimatum. These are the boundaries of my emotional property. This is the property line, okay? And this is what you need to do to be on the right side of it. Otherwise, we can put your ass on the other side of this fence. And then you can be the crazy ex, right? Because it's not going to be me, because I don't care. It's difficult because guys are like, don't threaten me. Ugh. And that is also a data point. How someone reacts to you saying, look, I have a boundary for myself. I have a standard. I have a threshold of peace in my life because I have a finite amount of energy, I have a finite amount of time, and I have goals, hobbies, other priorities besides your ass. And I'm not orienting all of my energy towards a situation that probably you have the ability to fix. Probably in some way. Like either in the extreme, like I said, lawyers, police, whatever, or in the micro where it's like, maybe she doesn't know you guys broke up. Maybe she doesn't know that, Connor. Maybe you got to sit down with her and be like, I am sorry I fuckboyed you. I'm sorry. And here's the closure. You can ask me anything you want, but from here on out, we're done. Maybe that's the answer. So go through these steps, and at the very least, even if the Selena never goes away, because you know Selena Gomez never will, you will feel more in control. Because the thing that is difficult about people like this, the thing that's difficult about a stalker, is you don't feel like you have control over the situation. But if you really sit and get out of your panic mind and look at things logically, you'll realize that you do. And then you can start making good decisions, right? And craft the relationships you want. For more, click like and subscribe for 4 new videos a week. And like I said, listen to my podcast, Girl on Top, where I answer your questions from the last week. Out at every place podcasts are found. And follow me on Instagram at ShallonXO, where I let you weigh in on the next video topic and vote for what you like. And oh yeah, if you have a love question of your own, want to talk to me about something, find me on my website, shallonlester.com, and click Get Help.